Jai Hind, ladies and gentlemen. So today I will speak about public speaking based on the SSB preparations and in general the best way how we can figure out a common route for public speaking and how we can better equip ourselves to ace it. Coming straight to the point, public speaking cannot happen without knowledge. So you must have knowledge about topics. Now, what we can do with respect to SSB and with respect to other occasions. First thing is, make a list of all the topics that are there that has been asked for lecturate. Okay. Similarly, in the last video that I had suggested as a homework that you must do some Google search. Take out the list of these topics, start doing the Google search and figure out the points that you would like to mention. Now, in this particular way, in a manner, for example, introduction, body and conclusion. How would you introduce a particular topic? That is, what is the topic? Now, in the body, you mention all about facts and figures, whatever can come to your mind. Let's say you do not have the accurate facts and figures in your mind. What you can do is, you can always say a comparative data. Like, for example, the economic growth of trend in the last 5 years has been more than the previous 5 years spell if you compare to the last decade or something like that. Okay, so you can, if you do not know the facts and figures, you can always use the comparative data. This will actually supplement you for your own health. Second thing, these facts and figures are a part of the body. Conclusion is something you give your own opinion about it. Do not try to declare a verdict. Give your stand with respect to two things, from your perspective as well as from the macro perspective. Now, macro perspective may differ. Macro perspective may differ. Like, for example, let's say if it's about economy. Now, economy may affect you, and economy has an impact on the country. So, what affects you is the micro impact. What affects the other thing, right? The country at large or the state at large, that is the macro impact. Okay, so you got to give a neutral stand, figuring out how things are at a micro level as well as at a macro level. It could be for anything. If you see most of the topics, like even in the interviews, it's us, they ask us about our personal opinion. So personal opinion should always convey these two parts, micro as well as macro. Now, this just not gets limited to economics, but also gets limited to anything. For example, like let's say fitness is a lifestyle, healthy lifestyle. How does it impact you as a person at a micro level, and how do you think it impacts as a country at a national level? Impact of it. That means the reduced pressure on the government for its expenditure on the healthcare. At the same time, we have more healthy population and a workforce that is able to take care of better challenges. The healthy population can actually contribute to any situations of war or aggression or something like that. So this is something that you must remember. Whenever you're giving a personal opinion as a conclusion, you must always give a micro perspective as well as a macro perspective. Remember this. This will show that you are thinking on both the fronts. Now, as I said, figure out the list of 100 topics as it is there. Now, after doing the Google search, take down the points. If you want to make notes out of it. It's always suggested that you make the notes, but do not make the notes by doing just a copy paste. Read the particular point and then write it. In this, it will register in your mind, it will register in your heart. Okay, and you will be able to speak on it in a better form. After that, crisp it out. Give it up a time. Let's say 3 to 4 minutes is a very good time, and 3 to 4 minutes is actually pretty long. Okay, whenever you're delivering a particular public speech, remember, whether it's a crowd address or the lecturate, try to keep it short, simple, and to the point. It should convey the message. It does not. You must not be a speed parrot. I would say that you have learned some topic and you are just giving out the facts and figures. No, you should make eye contact, just like I'm making it to you right now. You should make eye contact. At the same time, you should deliver it in a way where the message is understood. So your rate of speech should be moderate, and that is with respect to the crowd over there. Your task over there is not to think what the assessors might be thinking or what the crowd might be thinking. Just make an eye contact and deliver the message. Your job is not to just finish off the topic and come back. Your job is to convey your message point straight and that should be understood by the crowd over there. So whosoever is going to be a part of your team over there, you must make sure that whenever you're giving a particular speech, you can start, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. And it is always over there, gentlemen. So good morning, the topic is so and so, and here is what is the topic. This topic will speak about so and so. Give a brief introduction about it, then go to the body. As we've seen from the previous trends, or if it is a topic that is concerning trends, maybe economy or something like that, or if it's a fact-based thing, mention the body, and then the conclusion. Things should get over up within the 3 minutes. It is best suggested that you introduce the topic in the first 30 seconds. Since the body is little long, you can take 2 minutes for it. 2 minutes 30 seconds, if I'm not wrong, you get the warning bell, and that is a good enough speed. 2 minutes is a really good enough speed to mention a lot about facts and figures. And after that, the 30 seconds, you can go to your conclusion. As in the conclusion, as I said, it's both the micro and the micro and the macro perspective. In this, you will present a very good public speech. Whenever you're going for an address to the crowd in general, you must remember this. You should always start in a manner that shows what is the topic and then take it forward. Your rate of speech should be moderate. It should not be too fast, it should not be too slow. Right? The person should understand the message. The crowd should understand the message. Like I can speak very fast, but here my perspective is to speak in a manner where you understand the particular message. And that is how you should do it. Feel free to reach out to me for any kind of doubts. My email is roysajal5@gmail.com, roysajal5@gmail.com. This is purely a part of my voluntary service. I do not charge anything for any of these that are there. It's a part of my voluntary initiative. Please refer to the previous videos. My social media handle is @Shera_Romeo2020. That's on Instagram. And I'm also into podcasting. I'm currently having season 2 of my podcast with 3 episodes. Season 1 has 64 episodes starting 2020, year 2020, and that's pretty much. I'm currently a working professional, and having been recommended at the first attempt with merit opener rank from Electronics and Instrumentation Department, I have been mentoring SSB aspirants through blogs, blogging, and other media. This is purely a part of my voluntary initiative. Wish you all the very best and make the best out of it. Not just in SSB, but in your personal life, in everywhere you go. And this is also valid for discussions in your family members. Always be polite, be courteous, have a parental touch that you want to explain something. Take the initiative. Do not just go with the attitude to finish the task. Go with an attitude to make the mark. To make the mark such that people remember you. Everybody should have that impact over there. And that is how you can take things forward. Jai Hind, wish you all the very best. Take care.